Hey, good morning, Trani and friends, and welcome to this week's episode of Patio Ponderings. And I have a special guest here with me today. This is Frankie, and we're obviously having some treats out on the deck. Frankie belongs to some friends of ours, and he is our house guest for a couple days. But he actually is a little bit of a part of this video today. So today, we are kind of wrapping up this season of Patio Ponderings. It'll take a couple week break and we'll be back in September with more Patio Ponderings. Today we're also wrapping up our summer series on vocation and our call and who are we called to be. This last week we had a story about the call of the disciples, and one of the disciples was just very surprised about Jesus, that he came from Nazareth. And I think that's one of the most important things that we can come to understand, that sometimes God works in surprising ways, and sometimes the calls that we get then to join in that work come in maybe some surprising and unexpected ways. And so today I just want to talk about that sense of call and some of those different ways that we live out call. Because sometimes I think we think of our call from God as being the big things, that, feeding the hungry and advocating for the poor and the homeless and doing the outsized justice work of the world. And of course, we're all called to be a part of that. But we have many calls in our lives, and some of those other calls are just as sizable, but in a very different and an unexpected way. So there's 3 people in my life that I think have calls that maybe we haven't thought of as calls before, or maybe look a little different than what we think that they might look. So first, I'm going to talk about my daughter, and that's why Frankie's joined me. Brianna is all about the dogs in her life. She works for a vet clinic. She volunteers for a rescue organization. We have had a whole line of rescue dogs and puppies through our home, and we dog sit. And this time last year, she was in Ukraine helping with animal rescue there. And it's become very clear to me as I have watched her over the past few years that taking care of dogs is part of her call. The second person I want to talk about is my friend Beth. Beth is retired now. She used to be a teacher, but what Beth has done is taken a couple of her talents and passions and combined them. And now she's also an artist, and this is one of the many artistic pieces that Beth has gifted me with. And Beth's call now is she combines her art and her experience with kids, and she's been offering free art classes through community education to children in the area. And she's just so giving of her art. She has gifted me with so many beautiful, beautiful works that she has done. And the third person I want to talk about is someone named Rachel. And Rachel's call is to make pie. Rachel had a shop for a while, and now she has closed up shop again. And now she's not only making pie, she's teaching others to make pie. And it's how Rachel understands her pie making is what is the kind of element, I think, that makes her pie making a call, that makes Beth's art her call, that makes Brianna's work with dogs her call. In that Rachel sees her pie making as not just about the pie, it's about joy, and it's about sharing joy. And I think that's the same with Beth and her artwork. It has little to do, or it doesn't have so much to do with the art itself as it's a vehicle for her to share her love and her care and compassion for the children in the community. And the same with Brianna. It's certainly her way of earning a living, but her care for dogs is a way of sharing care and compassion for all the creatures that God has made. And when I look at all three of these people and the work that they're doing, I'm like, well, that's just who they are. There's something in which God has created them that just makes these things a natural extension of themselves. And so what about you? What might be your unusual call, or maybe the work that you do in the world, not just a hobby or not just a job, but an actual call? So here's my invitation for you today. I want you to talk to someone in your life who you know is fair and honest with you. That person that will always tell you the truth if about something in your life. We all have those people, hopefully. And ask them, what do they think your call is? What do they see in you that's not just about something you like to do, but that's a vehicle for joy and love and God's work in the world? Are you going to do it? You never know what you're going to hear, right? Because so often we think when we look at ourselves, we see our shortcomings and we see what we're not good at. And sometimes these things that are about our call are so natural to us, we discount them. So get someone else's opinion. Talk to someone else. Come talk to me. And I would love to hear what you hear. I'd love to hear what you think your call is in the world that might look a little different than maybe what we normally think call to be. So I've been so glad to spend this season again with you in Patio Ponderings. Frankie has left me for a very attractive stick over there, which she is happily chewing on. But she says goodbye and have a wonderful day. Stay cool, and we'll see you on Sunday. Bye.